Today I wanted to share with you a couple of techniques for saging or smudging your area, your house, getting rid of negative energies. Sometimes it's needed just because you feel an oppression in your house. Other times it can be needed because you just did a paranormal investigation and feel as if you might have brought something back with you, or you don't want to bring something back with you into your home. And something that might affect your loved ones, your animals, your family. So it's always good to kind of have some of these things on hand, especially if you are a paranormal investigator, so that you can make sure that there are no negative entities kind of sticking around you. So one of the things that I wanted to share, first of all, it's always a good idea to have some sage on hand. You can get these pretty much anywhere, and the price ranges depending on the size that you want to get. It smells so good. So I don't particularly have a problem with having this on hand and burning it. The smaller ones are probably easier for, someone who's on the road. A paranormal investigator can have a little small sage bundle. It doesn't really interfere with your equipment. Having something this small, plus you can get one of these smaller abalone shells if you need to. You can get a very large one too. But for the matter of kind of just being on the road and having a limited storage place, I guess to say, it's easier to just have like the smaller one, and then the smaller abalone shell to kind of catch the ashes that are going to come off of it. So what you'll need in this situation is a feather. I have my own special feather that I like to use. The abalone shell and the feather are very Native American. This is a very traditional way to smudge and bless your house or yourself. And what you would like to do at this time is light your sage, let it start smoking, and it will produce a lot of smoke. You'll want to waft all of the corners of every room in your house. Make sure you get into the closet. Make sure you go into the bathroom. You want to get the bathtub. You want to get any closet that's in the house. Don't forget a single room. Go into the garage. Go up into the attic. Go out onto your porch. Make sure you get around your doors and entryways twice. That is probably something that I can't stress enough. You want to be extremely thorough in your own personal space, house blessing. You can also do this to yourself. Make sure that you start at the top, work your way down, and just smudge your entire self. It will make you feel better, especially if you feel like there's a negative entity around you, or after you've gone on a paranormal investigation. Another way to do this is, if, like I said, if you had a larger abalone shell, you can crush up some pieces of charcoal. And I had a charcoal disc, so I kind of made it a little smaller. And you can use loose sage in your abalone shell, which it's the exact same thing as a sage stick. You can just tear off pieces from your stick and then get your tinier pieces like this. Put it all into your abalone shell with the charcoal. That's been kind of, you can use a full one, but I don't recommend it. I would just kind of break it up and use smaller pieces. And you can do the exact same thing. It's the exact same idea. Just walk around and waft, again, making sure you get every inch of of your home, wherever you reside. Or if you're doing a blessing for someone else, make sure you do it just as if you would do your own area. Make sure you get every inch of that house. As far as what you're going to say while you're walking around doing your blessing, it really depends on what you're being affected by. So you can take kind of one of two methods. I'm sure there are a lot of other methods out there, but if it is a demonic presence, an extremely negative presence, then you want to demand in the name of whichever faith you feel you particularly go with. It doesn't have to be God. It can be whichever faith you are belonging to. You just name your faith, and you basically walk around as you're smudging, and you say, in the name of, I banish you from my home. You need to leave. You're not welcome here. And then in the other option, there's a sympathetic tone. So it's not so much a demonic presence that's there haunting you. It might just be someone who hasn't moved on, but they need to. They need to move on. So you kind of want to take a more sympathetic tone and just let them know that it's good to go towards the light, that God is great and they want to be there. Your friends, your family is there waiting for you on the other side. So you can, instead of saying, be gone, you need to leave, just take a more sympathetic tone. It just kind of depends on what you have that is affecting you. And if it's neither of these things, if it's just a negative presence, then again, you can just think positive thoughts, say positive things in your space as you're walking around and you're saging, you're smudging your house and yourself, and think of peace, think of good, white light, positive, positive emotions, positive things that have happened to you, and it works. It's a lot nicer than just dealing with some negative feelings, just using the sage to kind of bless everything in your house. So it's a good thing to do. Another thing that I like to do, I can't always get to do my sage smudging, is I have my own particular blends of candles that I've infused with sage and other herbs, so that I can light these in my space. It helps when I'm meditating to have these kind of candles going, but I make a little travel version of it so that I can bring this with me. Sometimes after an investigation, you can't exactly burn sage in a hotel room, so you just bring your little candle and set it with you and kind of let that burn and let the herbs and the oils fill the room and fill your mind, and then you can kind of be at peace with what you've maybe just encountered. So I hope that my video was informative to you. If not, I hope that you can take something back from this. Please feel free to reach out to us. I can try to answer any questions you might have. I'm not the saging, smudging expert, but it is something that has worked for us in the past as paranormal investigators, and for a lot of other paranormal investigators out there too. So I highly recommend any of these smudging processes to get you through whatever it is that you might have oppressing you. So thanks for watching. Bye.